G'day, and welcome back to 1000 Lies, where we progress this very slow train wreck and see where it ends up. Let's get going, shall we? Let's not dawdle any longer. She seems familiar somehow. You have poor memory, sir. Her name is on the tip of my tongue, but nothing comes to mind. I'm positive I've met her before. I bring the hat close to her, watching as her face lights up with happiness. But I still can't remember who she is one more time. I move the hat out of her reach and watch her as she automatically grows anxious. Quit teasing her. I could do this all day. Finally I relent and return her belongings. I know better than to tease little girls. Too much. She gets up and inspects her hat, desperately placing it back upon the top of her head, as if her life depends on it. She looks so happy. Some people are so easily satisfied. But I still haven't figured out how I know her. Maybe taking a closer look will help. She responds doubtfully, staring me down as she slowly takes 2 steps towards me. Eventually, we're only inches apart from each other. I still can't remember her. It's like I know her, but I can't put a name to the face. Suddenly she surprises me and breaks the silence with a question. Well, I have to make that silence a bit longer. What would that question be, though?
Are you going to keep staring like that, or kiss me already?
Whoa. No, I don't think we're going to do that. I suddenly break the Guinness World Records of backflips, barely managing to stutter anything in response. Kiss you? I wasn't going to.
Oh, there was a staring contest.
No.
I won, right? That's my reward.
Once she shows me her radiant smile, I remember who she is. That nutcase from yesterday. I think part of me tried to block that event out of my memory. Understandably so, however. I have to admit that I'm pretty curious to know what her deal is. Our encounter yesterday was just so random and weird that I can't help but feel curious. There's no reward. It wasn't a contest. In the first place. I just couldn't remember who you were. Mysterious Girl Y. Wasn't she Mysterious Girl X last time? Now I can't remember.
Mysterious Girl Y?
X is already taken. It's a long story. Oh, the other one is X. The one you were stalking. Poorly. Look, it doesn't matter. It was just a misunderstanding. Let's start over again from the beginning. Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Claire Agrius.
Argius? Argyrus?
I'm 18 years old. My blood type is B. I'm 4'9" tall, inches tall. I weigh 97 pounds.
Oh, I don't weigh much more than that. I weigh about 115, which is to say, roughly between 45 and 50 kilograms.
My measurements are 25, 20, 27.
And in fact, speaking about inches tall, I'm only a few inches taller than her. I know.
My favorite color is silver. And my favorite periodic table element is tungsten.
Oh, good choice. Tungsten is my favorite metal. No, wait a second. Don't mess with me. What kind of introduction was that? You said you're 18 years old. Are we in the same grade? I thought you were a kid.
How would I know? You haven't even introduced yourself yet. What kind of gentleman refused to introduce himself to a lady before conversing with her?
Obviously the one you're talking to.
I totally understand that you're nervous after failing to kiss me, but you have to get over it. Believe in yourself. Second time's the charm.
I wonder if she's doing that on purpose or if she really is insane. In the end, I decided to introduce myself, pushing aside her weird attempts to cheering me up. Without getting into much detail, I explained that what I'm doing here so I can resolve the misunderstanding. I can't even remember what you're doing. You did something. If there ever was a misunderstanding in the first place, there's probably a few. I know that I shouldn't just go with the flow, but I think that it's probably harmless to observe this odd specimen. After I introduce myself, I try to learn more about her. She responds quickly and clearly. When I ask about her studies, she tells me that she's currently studying at the other side, Anate Institute. That explains how I didn't know her when we're in the same grade, and there are only 2 schools in the area. When I ask her what she's doing at the park, however, her attitude changes dramatically.
I wanted to skip school, so that's what I did. Nothing else to it.
So you're a troublemaker, I see. It suits you. You already have the issues for it.
Maybe, but I had my own reasons for it too.
The tenderness in her words, even after I mocked her, surprises me. Is this really the same girl from a minute ago? What reasons are those?
I already told you the truth, because I wanted to.
Okay.
But you won't believe me, right? The most logical reason would be that I felt too stressed out, controlled and pressured, and that's why I ran away. Those types of things could easily lead me to do this. But that answer satisfy you? That isn't why I came here, but it's the conclusion you're going to arrive at anyway. So I don't need to give you any more details.
Hold on. If you don't want to answer, then you don't have to. No need to take it so seriously. Everyone has the right to keep their secrets.
Is that so?
It's obvious that Claire doesn't believe me. What's wrong with her? I don't understand. Or maybe you can't understand.
It's a lot easier when you have a convenient excuse. For example, when someone invites you out, but you don't want to go, if you tell them you have to work, take a test, or go on a date with your sweetheart, then you can get rid of the issue in the blink of an eye. Speak of the devil. Tell me, Jan.
Claire takes a deep breath and closes her eyes for a second before casually asking me an unexpected question.
You want to go out of me?
What sort of a question is that? You don't really know each other. What?
You're my boyfriend, my partner, my better half. It wasn't a difficult question.
This is the second time she's thrown an inconceivable question at me. What kind of joke is this? We haven't known each other 5 minutes before she confesses to me. She seems to be completely serious right now. Her face says that she's not messing around. She sincerely confessed to me. I believe her so much that it's scaring me. I hesitate, stuttering while trying to answer. I have a difficult time looking her in the eyes. I'm too nervous and frightened. Claire then places her index finger against my lips, silently telling me to stop.
You took too long to answer, and that's no good. A fake answer won't do it for me. After all, To me, the most important thing is that you're truthful.
That's a beautiful. I swallowed deeply while lost in thought, questioning how difficult it is to decipher words, or rather her. Claire seems to notice my uncertainty, or maybe it's curiosity. She turns around and begins pacing with her hands behind her back. It looks like she's looking for or thinking about something. With a smile on her face, she finally announces her thoughts.
I know, let's play a game as an example. It's pretty simple, so you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to say.
I don't know if I'll be able to understand anything you're trying to say. Or at least the character won't. Claire's in high spirits, more like she was at the beginning of our conversation. I shrug. It isn't like I have anything to say about it anyways.
Imagine on top of that tree over there, there's a nest with the baby birds, and waiting on top of that rock next to it is a hungry cat.
So, what's your point?
Let's call him Siniza.
Siniza? Siniza? Why Siniza? Or Seniza?
I don't know, it's cute. Don't you like it?
Why aren't you naming the birds too?
Giving names to imaginary birds, are you totally insane?
Wait, there's a cat there? I forgot who I was talking to for a second. Please just get on with it before I decide to drown someone in the pond. Always want to jump to conclusions.
There isn't much else to say. The question is simple, what do you do?
That's a pretty unimaginative question, eh? It's pretty typical. You know, if you scare away the cat and save the chicks, then the cat will die of hunger. If you help the cat, then the birds will die. In the end, you have to choose who dies and who lives. Most people would just let nature take its course, since you can't have everything work out perfectly all the time. It's the circle of life, simple and stuff.
That's the problem though. Aren't you a part of nature too? It's easy to forget that when it's inconvenient for you. If I chose to take the cat with me, then I'd have to do it for everyone. So it's not viable. I can't involve myself anyways, because maybe the cat prefers to live that way.
Does it now? How would you know? Maybe that's the exact point she's making. How would we know?
Those are the excuses we make so that we can benefit the most in the end, to make our lives easier. And there's nothing wrong with that. We are only human. There are times even when even our selfish decisions are the best one too. But can you accept what comes afterwards?
And what is that? What comes afterwards? Pray tell.
That's why I don't plan on explaining myself to you any further, and why I don't accept any half-baked love confessions from anyone. Get it? Next time, try to do a better job, alright?
For some reason, it all seems to make sense to Claire, but I'm not as convinced. I don't know what the hell she just tried to explain to me at all. Let nature take its course and just go with the flow and do all that snazzy stuff. Some say it's impossible to understand women, or you're just incompetent. The lady wins first place, hands down, as the most complicated.
I gotta go. I forgot my bag in the classroom, and if I don't get back before the next class starts, I might lose it.
Why didn't you bring it with you? That's what I did. I also switched desks with another guy so it wouldn't look like I'd left. He isn't guilty of anything, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Isn't that what you just tried to tell me?
What are you even talking about?
My criminal record. Nothing you should pay attention to. To be completely honest with you, I just wanted to get the last word in after your weird tirade.
Don't worry about it, Sharon. Not everything in the world makes sense. We're reading ninja accomplices, and punt is thicker than blood. You don't have to hide anything from me, comrade.
Okay, but I don't think anybody has ever gone to jail for skipping class, but if they do go after us, I plan on blaming it all on you, comrade.
Ooh. You were so nice the other day, and now you're acting like this. What a letdown, Sharon. Nice pity affection. Don't give up, though. I know you're better than that. Believe in yourself, will be alright. Until next time.
Ending our conversation with words of encouragement, Claire starts to walk away. She turns around and enthusiastically waves to me after every couple of steps. That would get a bit tedious. So enthusiastic for a goodbye. And I just lost 50 affection. Oh no. Now that I think about it, she said weird things last time. Too. I may not know what goes on in her head, but I know one thing for sure. For better or worse, this probably won't be the last time that I cross paths with her. Transition. Oh, you. I thought I didn't have to do another voice for a while.
Come on. You knew this would happen. You gave us your word. You have to do it.
Do what?
It'll be a lot of fun. Be positive. Besides, with such a long face, you get stuck in all the doorways. You don't want to get hurt, right?
Ha ha, very funny.
You can at least say something. You're too quiet. What's on your mind?
I can't remember your voice. I'm trying to think of a good place to hide a body.
You only have yourself to blame, so stop moping around.
As if we're on a crime show, Ziva came to my house to arrest me. With her, she brought a warrant in the form of a promise. I had promised that I'd follow up on the email if I lost the sled test race, but technically you didn't, which brings us to now. I find myself trekking along the sports centre unsure of what to do next. Ziva's accompanying me, but Ozzy couldn't make it for some reason. The point of all of this was clearly just to ruin my afternoon. Still, it was my gambling addiction that did me in. Yeah, I think we need to have an intervention for you there, mate. Your gambling addiction seems to be a problem.
After all this, you haven't asked. Is you going to ask me what happened after you ditched class?
Nope. Not really. Everyone imagines that old tables grew sentient and started to run away.
3-day suspension for both you and Ozzy.
You're kidding me.
Yes.
So you are kidding? Don't joke about that stuff, woman. A 3-day holiday would be just fantastic.
I bought some drinks to find out what the teachers are talking about, and there was a bit of everything. Nevertheless, the girl owes you nothing and never asked for anything in return. Came to your rescue and put the teachers back to their senses.
They rescinded my suspension after you spoke to them. I don't believe you.
Well, about that,
What happened? Hey, don't look away. What are you trying to say?
I agreed to go easy on you, but I had to barter with them. An insignificant detail, really.
You didn't sell yourself. I don't like the sound of that. Go on.
They said you guys have to learn your lesson, improve your judgment, blah blah blah, you know? But it turns out they desperately needed students to help them with Ozzy, and you are now officially the grade committee. You two have to help prepare for the grade events, stuff like that.
Wait a second. I see a car going fast enough to kill me. If I jump in front of it, I'll be right back.
Don't joke about that kind of thing, jeez.
Who said I was joking?
We're all going to graduate soon, and it's completely normal for student committees to handle grad event preparations.
Not in this country. Is it? I can't remember. I don't know what they do now. It's been years.
We're going to work together with some students from the other side. High schools are...
From the other side. Don't tell me. Mysterious Girl, X and Y.
High schools have representatives, and together the joint committee is to plan and organise all the grad events. Nobody at our school volunteered this year. They decided that it was a convenient punishment. Like the good run I am, I said I'd join too, so all three of us will be working together. What do you think?
Call an ambulance, but tell them not to bring any defibrillators. Let them know they can release my ashes over the ocean.
Now, stop joking around, it'll be fun.
Are you sure he's joking?
All we need to do is figure out what needs to be done for the event. Plus each year is more or less the same.
But I have to make an effort. It's work outside of school hours. I'll need to actually communicate with other human beings, you know? Humans.
Are you implying that I'm inhuman?
Maybe. Okay, you're going there, obviously. Good on ya. I said it was a train wreck.
You didn't care about getting expelled, but you're worried about having to work. You're such a lazy ass. It reminds me of someone else.
Who was he? Look, being on the graduation committee is going to be so tedious. Some students will want one thing and the others want the opposite. You have to try to please everyone, it's so difficult. If there are no alternatives, then I guess I'll have to do it. But I'd rather just change the subject for now.
Yeah, change the subject, I see. You know what? I realized something.
I already told you. If I have to join that super committee, then I will.
No, listen, I'm talking about you. I realize that maybe what you're suffering from is schizoid personality disorder.
Yeah? I haven't heard of that one, I've heard of many others. Are you making up diagnoses again? I told you to stop looking at mental illnesses on Wikipedia.
You wanted to change the subject, didn't you? Here you go. You don't enjoy socializing. You're detached on a personal level, and your sense of humor is unsympathetic.
Well, it could be a combination of anxiety and depression and stuff like that.
At first I thought you were running obsessions. Your running obsession was a symptom of autism.
OCD.
But you don't seem to have any issue communicating with other people. However,
Well, it could be high-functioning autism. Don't rule it out.
it would make sense if you were a secret schizoid.
That sounds fake. I don't know if that's real, but it doesn't sound it. Schizoid? Schizoid?
It's terrible to fake social interactions.
You're probably looking for a sociopath there. Are you? I'm not sure on that.
Also, some schizoids
Sounds like a rhombus.
share symptoms of those afflicted with Asperger's. It would make a lot of sense.
Am I one? No, I don't think so. Are you telling me that I'm autistic? Do you want to fight with me or something? Just because I'm different, it doesn't mean that I'm crazy.
Correct, you are crazy. A lot of our guys agree that tier toys don't actually suffer from a disorder, but that their behavior is part of their personality.
Make it talk a bit quicker.
Just because someone's active doesn't mean there's only an alien. There are a lot of circumstances in which regular people can end up going crazy. Belief and power of suggestion.
Are you talking about hypnosis? I suggest you take 10 buckets of weed for some reason. Pour it into the drinking water. Take over the castle. And fun stuff like that.
The best way to prevent that is to be confident.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that.
There's nothing wrong with acting differently from others or making a mistake.
That part, maybe not. There's nothing wrong with it. But whole, be confident, be yourself, and all that. That's rubbish. Ziva seems pleased with her evaluation. I can only respond in low spirits, but I still have to admit that she's dedicated. Maybe she should make that her career.
That's why you're going to give me your notebook so I can study it. We have to get to the heart of the matter.
For the rest of the walk to the sports centre, Ziva tries to steal my notebook by shoving her hands in my pockets. Keep away. Bad touch. From the outside, the situation undoubtedly looks like Ziva trying to tear my pants off. Bad touch. It doesn't help when she yells, "Come on, show it to me." Really bad touch. And it'll only be for a moment. Let me see it. The power of the Almighty compels you. Or whatever deity you want. But it isn't as wonderful as it appears. To be honest, I wouldn't even wish this on my own worst enemy. Oh wait, Ziva is my worst enemy. Or is it Ziva? I say Ziva. In that case, I do wish it. Ed, we're in a what? Oh yeah, it was a basketball court? Was it? I'm not sure. Are we gonna meet that girl again? Anyway, a few minutes later, I stand waiting near one of the basketball courts. At the center, it's actually one of those multi-sport, I was gonna say multi-purpose courts, multi-sport courts that provides equipment for any array of different sports. At the moment, only a basketball team is training at the center, so I'm left to assume that they're the it I'm supposed to join. I speak to the coach, who's now under the impression that today I'm observing to decide whether or not I want to join his team. Apparently they have to pay to train here, it's crazy. Ziva gives me a pat on the back and quick wink before she sits on the bench and plays with her cell phone. Her mobile phone. Even though she had insisted on coming with me, she ran away so quickly I don't think I'll ever understand her. Words so difficult. Hey you, new guy, you're Tian, right? One of the team members approached me before they begin training. Even though he looks up to the task by himself, he asks if I can help him prepare the court. I assume this is what they usually do to try to help integrate new members. Maybe I should do the same and try to break the ice too. In what way can you break the ice? You're more likely to shatter it than break. Huh? You play basketball with ball? Yes, they do. Balls seem to be what they do. But that's where I'm going to leave it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. If you enjoy what I do, why not subscribe? With that said, thanks for watching, have a fantastic day, and be sure to tune in next time. Cheerio! Of course they play with balls. What are you thinking?